Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Factor blessing the airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
SBTV Nation, it's the dream in the house. Let's go, y'all. I'm here with my boy, the Mad Hatter. It is Friday. It is happy hour. We are back.
Yes,
It
sir.
feels good to be back. We're back kind of old school. I can hear the music now. We got everything kind of rocking and rolling right now. I feel like back in the day almost.
Right on, man. It's been a minute since you were able to hear the music here, Dream, but I'm glad that you
Oh, my
upgraded
God.
your stuff and you're back here in action.
We've had so much technical difficulties. We've had so much nonsense. There's been so much drama. There's been a lot. There's been a lot.
Well, happy Friday to everybody out there. It's the 19th of May. We're already almost halfway through this year, Dream. It is completely flown by.
Ready to put the year in the rear view. Got to be honest with you. Hasn't been a great year for me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you know what? Hey, it can only get better.
Hasn't been a great year for me.
Right on. So, hey, couple things here, Dream. I'm looking at the you're getting like Marvel comic book movie to death right now, aren't you?
Well,
Isn't there like
that's
100 of
because-
them now?
Because while you've been watching comedies and wrestling, the rest of the planet is into superheroes.
The rest of the planet.
Well, I mean, it's big money. These are big money blockbuster movies. I mean, the majority of the people out there, especially those of us who have young boys, and most of the men out there that grew up, years ago, you grew up with comic book heroes, and these blockbuster movies, these action movies, it's a big draw, dude. A lot of people want to see these heroes come to life on a big screen, and it's just a great time if you're into that, which I am. I grew up with comic books. Grew up with comic book heroes, always wanted to see them on the big screen, and it's coming to fruition. That being said, they've made very few right.
Well, you know what? Have any got released today? Because it seems like there's 100 of them either coming or out right now.
Today, I don't know I don't know when Wonder Woman came out. I don't know if Wonder Woman got released today. I'm not sure. I do know, I think Guardians of the Galaxy, which is another comic book movie, but it's not. It's comic book movie, but not really like Marvel comic with main heroes. The next big one is Wonder Woman, but I don't know that Wonder Woman got released today. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry.
Son, when you're out dating, please
Yes.
don't let them know right out the gate that you're looking forward to the next Marvel comic movies.
Nah, son, but that's the secret to being out dating is do let them know everything straight up front. Because if you keep it in the closet and then you pull it out halfway down the line, then it's a problem. So you let them know everything right. Listen, I tell everybody right out the gate. I look at porn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Well, that's a little far. I don't know if I do that right out the
I
gate.
like leggings, chicks with big butts. Everything is thrown out on the table, so there's going to be no surprises for you.
Wow.
That's the beauty of dating right now at this point in the game. And not only that, because I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right on.
It's like, yo, you can kick rock. If you don't like it, then kick rocks.
Well, you know what? Just as long as you're not getting catfished out there, Dream. That's the biggest thing going on.
I'm immune to that now. I know my way around online dating. And catfishing is just not going to be a problem for me anymore.
Right on. Well, you know what? So
I did the beach. I got to tell you something about the beach. Gang, I don't know where you live, but in Connecticut, I have come across a new phenomenon.
Okay.
All right? And I have to blame this on our favorite material, okay? Leggings and yoga pants have done an extreme disservice
Oh, big time.
to the beach body. Because chicks have thrown on leggings and yoga pants and swore that they was the move.
Yep. And it does a pretty good job concealing everything.
No, it conceals everything, but just when you hit the bikini and hit the beach, it was like, yo.
Wow.
Run back in the car and throw your yoga pants back on.
Right on. Well, I always say to you that I always say that when we're at the bar, I'm like, yo, when everything comes off, trust me, that's just gonna fall. You're like, no, I don't think so. I'm like,
But the thing is with the bar with that is, okay, so you had mad.
What's that?
You had mad drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
It's late. The light's gonna be turned off real low. It's not like being at the beach at 1 o'clock in the sun banging.
Dude, I know. I've seen. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fast food too, Dream. That's going out there and just on every single street corner these days. But I agree with you. I remember going last year that like no one was in shape.
I laugh now at the gym when I was at the gym, earlier, and I'm seeing, you see the stuff at the gym, you're like, wow. And I'm thinking, yo, you know what? That's that same body I just seen at the gym.
Yeah, right.
That I thought was bananas. Now out here looking dusty.
Right on, Dream. Right on. So anyway, it's Friday night, and we do have some baseball that has been going on during the day, and that was the Chicago Cubs that last I checked they were in a rain delay, and it's still delayed, with the Milwaukee Brewers that are actually up 4-3 right now. So if any of you had the Cubs, I don't know how far this game is along, but I don't know if you would
Top of the sixth.
Top of the sixth. Oh man, that's just 5 innings. If this game gets postponed until tomorrow, you're probably losing the play. Then, because I think it got to go 5 innings, at least 5 innings. But if you got the Milwaukee Brew Crew, you're in pretty good shape. And if you got the Milwaukee Brew Crew on the run line, and this game comes back into form, you're like plus something like 300, Dream. If you're late, and they got runners on second and third with no outs, which is dope. So, I'm sure Milwaukee at least put one of those runs in. So you might be in pretty good shape there, man. So it looks like, are we back in action there? I don't see anything that's saying delay here. So, hey, maybe they're back in action now. So we'll see how it ends up shaking out.
Speaking of baseball, it brings to light. You know what baseball players and my ex-wife have in common?
What's that?
Both get played for nothing.
Yeah, right on. Exactly. Well, you know what, man? Dude. Baseball, I really enjoy baseball, Dream.
Because it's a plethora of games, and you like gambling.
Well, that's number one. I like to gamble on it.
If
Yeah,
you're not I don't know, baseball to me, dude. I'm dealing with baseball right now because I'm in the league. I'm in the fantasy league, and it's every day.
Yep.
Okay. I'm dealing with guys on the DL for fingernails and splinters. And it's just it's crazy because the injuries right now and the amount of baseball, I just feel like these guys, this season is so long. Obviously, the owners want to make the money. They want to get this money off of this stuff. And it's a big money product. But to me, I just think there's the players almost, they're like, they do that, till after the All-Star break. I'm not saying that doesn't happen a little bit with the NBA as well, because I think it does to an extent. Football, I don't agree. I don't think it happens with football. Sorry, because it's too, season's too short. Every game means too much. But with baseball, man, I cannot believe that right now you're getting max effort out of all the players.
Well, I got Chris on here telling me that they called the game. Milwaukee won. He's saying that run lines and totals are void or canceled. But money lines, I think, come to form if you've got the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's kind of cool. If you got the Brewers, if you got the Cubs, you're pissed. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. The Brewers are 6 games over 500, by the way, Dream. I don't know if you realize that they have a better record than the Cubs right now.
I do, and I'm not going to get that excited for it because, we've seen this year in and year out. We see that roller coaster ride these teams take. go all the way up, get busy,
Yep.
get off to a great start, and then fall off after the break. So I'm not going to go crazy, especially with the Brewers.
Oh, especially, like the first 40 games in.
Oh,
It's only it's basically 25% of the season.
Right.
So, well, that's cool, man. Hey, listen, any of you run line players out there, I think you're in pretty good shape here if you're in bad position with the Chicago Cubs. So it's all good, man. And you know what? It all kicks right back off at 7 o'clock, Dream, because tonight there's a lot of baseball. And you know what? You and I have been pretty big advocates of the Boston Red Sox on Friday nights.
We've done a lot of Boston Red Sox Friday night baseball. Red Sox did not work. Last night, the first inning did not work. It was
you got killed on that.
7 runs in the first inning last night.
Sonny Grizzle got you good.
Grizzle.
Wow. Yeah, Sonny's Gray got you pretty good, man. I was watching
7 runs in the first innings last night. Wow.
Well, it sounded like my Toronto Blue Jays played. They scored 6 in the first and ended up winning the game 9-0. I was laying the run line plus 135 with that, so that worked out pretty well for me.
That being said, the A's won the game, though.
Yep.
Should have just took the A's instead of messing with that no score.
No doubt. So, what's the order of business right now, Dream? Where you at?
All right, well, I think we should go over baseball.
Okay.
Knock that out because you got, a plethora of games, whatever you like and whatever's on tap. We do have Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays for this will be the second time of the series for the 8,000 times they're going to play this season.
Yes.
So we got that going down tonight. I don't know if you're on that. Severino's taking the mound for the Yankees. You got Ramirez on the mound for Tampa Bay. Let's jump into a little bit of baseball. And then from baseball, we'll move it over to the ice a little bit of developments last night as far as the Preds. Nashville Preds did not win, but the under 5.5 did come in. If you got the 5, you got to push, so you can't be mad. But the 5.5 worked. I always like that half. I tell you guys about that half all the time. And Nashville loses one last night, which now moves the series back into Anaheim's favor as far as position is concerned.
And the big injury. I don't know if you saw Ryan Johansson's done.
I did. I did see Ryan Johansson's injury. I'm not going to go crazy with that one yet and get too discouraged by that, but we can talk about that when we get over to hockey. Let's jump into a little bit of this because your boy Annabelle Sanchez on the mound tonight, right?
I'm taking a look at a bunch of stuff here. I'm actually going to jump on a run line.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump on. Here, let me pull it up right now. I'm going to jump on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Even though Hellickson's been pretty good for the Phillies, you know what? Pittsburgh has been playing pretty well lately. I've seen them, and actually had a really big win yesterday versus the Washington Nationals and been kind of chilling ever since. I'm going to take a shot with the Pirates here. It's plus 165 on the run line. I don't really like to do it when you got a home team, but I think they're going to get the job done. I think they're going to score some runs here. I'm going to take them. There's no weather to worry about. 77 degrees and beautiful out in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates today, Dream. Minus the 1.5. There's a great series going on in the AL East. Well, considering the fact that the Blue Jays are one of the worst teams right now, it's still a rivalry. And it's still something where the Toronto Blue Jays, they catch a bunch of wins here, go on like a 6-1 tear or a 8-2 in their last 10, something like that. They're right back in it. They're facing the Orioles today, and Tillman's on the bump versus Annabelle Sanchez, and Baltimore is minus 115, which is somewhat surprising to me. I wouldn't be surprised if the Orioles won this game, to be honest with you.
Annabelle Sanchez on the mound, 0-1, 2.95 ERA. Looking for his first win. Chris Tillman, 1-0, 2.89 ERA as well. Orioles 13-3 at home. Blue Jays have been very bad on the road, 8-13.
Yeah.
So maybe that explains a little bit why Baltimore is minus 115.
Well, they're home too, and they're a better team, better record, better all-around team this year. Right. Oh man, you know what? It seems awfully low. That bothers me that it's awfully low. If they weren't so banged up, I would consider taking the New York Metropolitans tonight with the Grominator on the bump versus my man Joseph Del Rosario's boy Ricky Nolasco for the Angels. Mets are minus 153 though, with an under-over of 7.5. I mean, they're banged up. I just don't know if they have any business giving minus 153 at this point. Citi Field, New York. New York is 92 degrees in May, Dream. What a just a drastic change in weather, huh? It's been like freezing cold, and all of a sudden, bang, now it's 90.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm good with it other than the fact that I had to turn on a sizzle, which you just got finished in Connecticut. See, this is the great thing about Connecticut. You just got finished getting murdered with heating oil, okay?
Yeah.
And then you figure you're going to get that maybe month to catch your breath, but we're going to go right into turning on the a sizzle, so it's going to shoot the electric bill.
Of course. Of course.
So I can't catch a break.
Chris is telling me that the Cubs game is going back on, so he had bad information there. So, man, hey, it is what it is. So the game will be back, and we'll see how it goes as far as the Cubs are concerned. Looking at the rest of the card here, Dream, All
right, so hold on, Hat. Wait a second, because
Yeah.
before you take off, we are talking about the LA Angels, Ricky Nolasco on the mound, 2-2, 4.34 ERA. The DeGrominator's taking the mound, 2-1, 4.07. Hat, the Mets kind of need a win in the worst way.
They do, but I mean, they got no bullpen right now, and they have no hitting. I mean, it's really, really tough. Minus 153. That's a lot of juice there, and
Angels ain't exactly tearing it up neither.
No, I know, but they are above 500, so something to take a look at.
One game above 500.
Not for me, brother.
I don't know, man. The Mets look like, the Mets back against the wall. They got DeGrom injury. You think DeGrom would go out and maybe give him like 6.5, almost 7 good innings, and they could just maybe get 2 runs in and win this game like 2-0. I'm not in love with this Angels team. Nolasco has been anything but dope. They are 7-13 on the road as far as the Angels are concerned. Nice and hot at Citi Field. Kind of a nice night maybe for some baseball in New York. I don't know, Hat.
Oh,
kind of
dude.
got that feeling a little bit.
Well, you know what? I understand why, because they've lost 7 games in a row. And they've all been on the road. Well, actually, one was versus the Giants on the 9th where they lost at home. But they lost in the desert and to Milwaukee. Now they're coming back for a homestand here. Probably not in a bad position here to win the game. I just, my challenge with no bullpen, no hitting, it bothers me. I don't like it. So, especially minus 153, it's kind of crazy for them. But, it is DeGrom. So, if anything, maybe get that -1 and make it even money. That's probably the best bet there. Looking at the rest of it here, I don't really see anything. There's a great matchup in the American League. You got the Astros versus the Indians. Trevor Bauer versus Morton. Houston minus 132, under over of 8.5 in Houston, Texas. And Dream, it's 86 degrees and sunny out in Houston right now. Astros been doing their thing, man. 14 and 6, winning 70% of their games at home. Might not be that's a better spot, I believe, than the New York Metropolitans, who are sliding. Don't necessarily say I'm putting my money on it, but I mean your value is 20 cents less. I mean just minus 130, 132 is not that bad. You want to go to the Red Sox on a Friday night?
With the Red Sox, I do like the Houston spot. Morton 5-2, 397 on the mound against Bauer. I do like the Houston spot. That spot I do like. I've talked about Houston this season. Looks like they are, coming back to where they were 2 years ago with the little, mishap of last year. I do think the Houston spot might be kind of interesting right there. I like that. That I like. Red Sox. Here's your boy.
I know. Chris Sizzle on the bump. Now they're minus 190 on the road, and they have not been hitting the ball at all. So, if anything, you got to do a run line here. You can't. I mean, you're going to get 9 at bats. With the away team. I can't lay 190. I just can't do it. I mean, unless you're feeling froggy enough to go Mets, Red Sox, and get plus money on a parlay. No,
not me. I'm not doing
no.
I got another game if I'm going to get involved with a mind that I could get involved with. Not no baseball.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the NBA playoffs tonight, brother?
Talk about the NBA playoffs tonight, yes.
All right. I got nothing else for baseball, bro. Nothing
Okay.
at all. Okay, you got a couple of matchups here. Marlins, Dodgers, D-backs, Padres, White Sox, Mariners. Quintana being an underdog might not be a bad idea either.
The White Sox are 9-14 on the road. Not
Yeah.
really feeling the White Sox, especially in Seattle. Seattle's been pretty good at home this season, 13-6. They got Miranda on the mound for them, 3-2, 4.79. Don't really like that, but I think we got to start talking a little bit about, and I know it's tough because you don't want to go crazy with this team, but we should talk a little bit about this Dodgers team, what they've been able to do. Already 14-6 at home, 24-18 on the year. They're putting Wood on the mound tonight, 4-0 with a 2.27 ERA.
Insane.
The Marlins.
It's insane. It's minus 240 with Wood.
Yeah, that's my thing, though.
Forget
You know
it.
me, I love a minus 240.
I gotta go with an underdog there, to be honest with you. I gotta be a dog player. As a matter of fact, I may take
You
the
sound
Marlins.
like the
Yeah, I may take the Marlins minus 1.5, son. How about that?
You sound like you've been doing this show too long. You've been finally turned to the dark side.
I know because I've been doing all right with it.
Turned to the dark side.
Let me just see, just out of curiosity here, you can get plus 360 with the Marlins on the run line. That's like 4 bets. Just saying. The Dodgers got no business giving minus 250 right now. They are them and the Yankees are the most heavily juiced teams out there just because of their reputation. It's insane. Miami Marlins minus 1.5 plus 360. Love it.
Well, them and the Yankees
Love
been
it.
dope so far
Love
this
it.
year, by the way.
Yeah.
We're talking about heavily. Come on,
Heavily
son.
juiced. There's 6 games over 500. That's not. That's tied with the D-back stream. Come on.
Oh, the Dodgers?
Yeah. It's not that awesome.
For right now, it is though compared to the Marlins.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Rockies are 10 games over 500, son. I don't know.
Listen, this is baseball. What you want? I'm just giving you the stats like they are. You're talking about division, you know. So
Yeah, I
I'm not
get it.
gonna go crazy. Listen, Albert Pujols is not in the lineup tonight, Friday against the Mets as well for the Angels. Give that some thought. You know, I've been waiting to talk to you about Albert Pujols. You know, he signed that big contract like 2 years ago.
Yep.
Kind of fell off into oblivion, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. You could say the least, actually.
You know, Pujols was around when Pujols was doing all of his numbers. It was like at the tail end of the steroids era. You know that, right?
Yep. What are you trying to get at, son?
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Things that make you go,
Right on. All right, dude. Well, I think that's going to do it for baseball. I think we got to move
All
on
right.
here. I think we're going to move on to the ice because you got your future team here, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
All right,
Playing
Penguins
tonight.
are making a move now, and it looks like they're going to go with Murray. The word is they're going to go with Murray tonight in
Okay.
goal. I don't feel bad about that. Fleury and Murray, they're both good. Both goalies are good. They played with Murray most of the season anyway, so Murray's more than capable of handling the goal. I don't feel like the goalie play. I mean, yeah, I know last game Ottawa went ham with the scoring. I get it. But I'm still not going to go crazy as far as the goalie play is concerned. I'm more concerned with Pittsburgh trying to get the perfect shot as opposed to just peppering up and just shooting, taking shots. I'm concerned with that, and I'm hoping that they discard that. They were supposed to discard that last game. I don't know that they did. So I'm hoping that they discard that. Now, I expect it to be somewhat electric tonight. I'm looking for Pittsburgh to get their groove back. I'm looking for them to just, come alive. I'm expecting a physical game out of the Penguins. I'm expecting Pittsburgh to kind of flex their muscles and kind of say, hey, look, we're the defending world champs. We're not going down. Because they got embarrassed in the last game.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
They got embarrassed. So you expect that they would bounce back and really try to get this thing done now. There's been some talk about Sidney Crosby. it's been some talk about a few of the Pittsburgh Penguin leaders. I expect them to come to the forefront tonight, and I expect them to show this is a big game for Pittsburgh. I will be very surprised if Pittsburgh loses this game. It's a very big game for Pittsburgh, and I do like the Penguins. I think that they will win. So I don't, and minus 104, it's not a lot.
On the road?
Hey, it's not a lot.
Okay. Well, good luck to you if you get involved in that.
It's not a lot.
I've been having a hard time with the hockey. I don't know why. I've been trying, but just having a hard time.
Pittsburgh's not afraid to win on the road. Trust me, they're not. They can beat you on. They can beat. Pittsburgh can definitely beat Ottawa on the road.
Got it. One thing I do like doing with hockey, though, I could be honest with you, if you take both teams minus the half puck line, you could actually make a profit as long as somebody has a lead. So you would do that in the first period. So as long as somebody has a lead in the first period, Dream, you're making money. So like if let's say both of them are plus 175, then you're going to make $75 if just as long as somebody has the lead. Something to think about, guys. So if Anaheim, like last night, was up 1-0, you won the Anaheim side of the play at plus 175, but you lost your $100 on the other team. You know what I'm saying? So that comes out a lot, guys. The payout, I mean, if you lose 2 bets. But I'd say more than half the time, it's coming out where one team has the lead at the end of the first period. So, I don't know, just a little food for thought there, brother.
Yeah.
Think about it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I have been involved in situations. I don't do it a lot, but I've been. But yeah, you're right. It's definitely a decent situation, but it's going to require, a lot of guys. I don't know how guys, whether they watch the games or not. It's going to require that you definitely pay attention to the game.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can live it.
Well,
some people like to put themselves in, especially with hockey maybe, and do some other things, especially tonight when you've got the NBA going on as well as hockey, and they're both going on relatively around the same times. Absolutely.
All right. So it's Friday night, and I believe we have a game going on in the NBA tonight, Dream.
And we do.
All right. So let's move right into it, man. We got the Boston Celtics hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. And Cleveland is a favorite in this game, guys. And Cleveland is -5 with an under-over of 218.5. Seems like an awfully high total. What's your thoughts here, Dream?
It does seem like a high total to me, but I'm not going to get involved with this total. Boston's a funny team to read with these totals because I thought we had a nice under in that last Boston Wizards game, and it ended up going over. And I'm not sure what quite to expect out of the Celtics tonight. I know what to expect out of the Cavs, and that's just pounding Boston up. I just don't know offensively if Boston's going to be putrid or inept or if they're going to be able to have any type of success against this Cavs defense. I don't give Boston I don't see any shot for Boston personally. It's my personal opinion, gang. You know how this works. But I've talked about it on this program before. Even Hat and I have talked about it. The Cleveland Cavaliers are just a terrible matchup for the Boston Celtics. Terrible. Isaiah Thomas, Boston's skilled player, is undersized. He doesn't have his inability to score and his ability to have droughts throughout the game. Just it kills Boston's momentum. Not only that, the Celtics have no answer for LeBron James. He basically goes ham. If you double him up, it creates bad opportunities for everybody else in the offense. Guys are able to sit out on the three-point lines, hoist up threes, and then you got Tristan Thompson grabbing offensive boards. Now, it's just this matchup to me is just devastating for the Celtics. Terrible matchup. So I don't think the Celtics win tonight. I don't see how they win. The question would be, is Cleveland going to cover the spread?
Anything that's 5 or less, I always lay the number.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, Hat. I kind of agree with you.
Always. I always lay the number because 5 points is 5 points. It's a couple buckets. And unless you get a last-second 3 by the Celtics, let's say Cleve's up 4, and Boston misses the shot, it's foul time, fouling, and all of a sudden Cleveland Cavs win by 8 or 9 at the end. We've seen it time and time again. I'd say I did some research. I went back like a month, and it was 95% of the time where a team that was given 5 or less covered the spread. So something to take a look at, boys and girls. And I could tell you that the picture was painted for me with the Cleveland Cavs matchup back on April 5th when they played in Boston. Remember, they went in there and they were an underdog and they murdered them. They beat Boston by 23 points in that game. And I think Boston remembers that. And quite frankly, when you look at the matchup, there's been no adjustments. And there's nothing, like you said, what are you going to do? LeBron is like, against Boston, he's like me, like backing up and playing a one-on-one game with my kid. And just backing up to the hole, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, he's.
There's no adjustments.
There's nothing you could do.
There's nothing you can adjust. That's my thing. There's there's no. I don't know. Maybe they could bring Red Auerbach in to figure something out. Maybe send the B team out there to start the game. I don't know, because I don't think that. I don't see when you watch the game and you try to say, all right, well they could do this or they could. You can come up with concepts. I can come up with concepts when I watch games of what I think a team can do. When I watch the Celtics play the Cavs, I can't give you anything other than they could just take their loss and just bounce.
What about K Jizzle? Get him back in the mix.
Maybe K Jizzle. There you go. Yeah. Get your boy Sugar Ray and the whole crew back. I don't know what they do, but I don't see anything they could do. And it's funny because there was the tweet about LeBron James. LeBron James throws his half-court ball, and it goes in the hoop, and there was a tweet there. So somebody on Twitter just started comparing Steph Curry to LeBron James, and I'm like, dude, Steph Curry, don't get me, Steph Curry's dope. I'm not going to say dope spot-up shooter, one of the best that's ever done it. But to compare him to LeBron James, it's like no comparison,
None.
dude. I mean, stop. I mean, LeBron is so much. You can't. LeBron, Steph Curry and LeBron, there's no comparison.
I agree.
There's none. And especially, if you thought there was a comparison, last year, what Russell Westbrook did to Steph Curry in the OKC Golden State series, which to me, Steph Curry probably never recovered from till maybe the last game he just played. It was just embarrassing. LeBron James has never been sunned like Westbrook sunned Curry last year. He has never been sunned. The dudes want to hit me with some Rick Carlisle. Dude, stop, man. LeBron James, since he's been in the NBA, has been one of the most dominant players the game has ever seen. And since Michael Jordan. And it's about time he gets his due. Other people, everybody's always going to love Jordan more, including myself, because I was there with Jordan in his heyday. But what LeBron James has done at his height and at his size and what he brings to the table, it's as impressive, if not more impressive than Jordan. And I'll tell you what, if LeBron wins this year, I don't know. I might have to stop talking about Jordan. I might have to just stop. I mean, Jordan's always going to be Jordan for me. But LeBron, if he wins this year with this Cavs team over that Golden State team, he should just go ahead and retire, because that's cements his legacy.
Yeah, good point. And the thing is, too, is that, I mean, there's been a lot of comparisons, obviously, with him and MJ. But did MJ ever lose in the finals? I don't think he's ever lost in the finals. I think he was undefeated in the finals.
No, I think he's undefeated in the finals. But I mean, okay. I mean, that's impressive. Don't get me wrong. Jordan is my guy. The style of the two players is the thing that I think separates them.
Yeah, of course. Jordan's
style and the way he did it, it's just it was just so, for lack of a better word, sexy. LeBron does it a little less attractive than Jordan did it. Jordan just was that flashy, flamboyant, and then daggerish, but yet with class and style. And sometimes LeBron's a little bit unorthodox and a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more masculine, let's say, than Jordan was. But just, that's the difference in the size of the players, their builds, the makeup, and the type of games that they play. But LeBron, I got to be honest with you. Last year for me, LeBron beating Golden State with that Cavaliers team last year, as far as I'm concerned, even if LeBron was to stop playing basketball right now, that solidified his legacy. And to beat them again this year, forget it. he got to be talked about as one of the greatest ever played.
I agree. I'm glad to finally hear you say that, brother.
No, you can't. Listen, can't take nothing away from. I cannot take anything away from him. I don't like how we moved back and forth. I don't appreciate that. But him winning last year with that Cavs team, I did not. That won me over. I'm done. I can't. You gotta give it to him.
Got it. All right. Well, we'll see him in action tonight. And the thing is that what I remember. I mean, when you go and look at their top plays, LeBron's got a lot of two-way skills, being offensive, defense. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see, when you see the top 10s, you're probably going to see his block last year with Golden State. Remember the block that basically won them the NBA Finals? You're going to see a lot of defensive stuff, where with MJ, I don't really see a lot of film with a lot of defensive highlights.
No. MJ's D was no.
Yeah, it was that good.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
But I don't see a lot of highlights with that.
Because it's too many offensive.
Yeah, right.
No. MJ and Pippen would shut you down on time. No, MJ's D was dope. No, his D was good. His D was very good. But I agree with you. But LeBron's doing right now, I mean, it's just to me it's phenomenal.
Well, what if we have the two teams, Golden State and the Cavs, where they've swept their entire way to the finals? I think that would be history. I don't think any teams have done that.
I don't know. That's interesting. That's a good point. I don't know if teams have done that. Well, we might have to check on that.
I think the Spurs are going to catch them one game though. At least.
I don't know. Not if Leonard doesn't come back.
I don't know.
You know what I feel bad about the Spurs though? I will say this though. Not only just Leonard, we haven't talked a lot about Tony Parker not being in the lineup either. Dude, the Spurs, if they had Tony Parker and Leonard in the lineup healthy, I would have liked to have seen what they would have been able to do with this Golden State team, especially the way they came out in Game 1.
Yeah, okay.
And we haven't talked about that too much at all, but it's unfortunate the injuries that got beset on the San Antonio Spurs this season. But it is injuries, a part of the game. But back to tonight. Do you have a player prop for LeBron tonight?
I could find it. If you give me a second.
What do you think? Think he's locked in tonight? Think he's gonna? What do you
think? They take the last 10 games and average them. That's usually what they come up with their number. Being a point total.
No, I'm saying, what do you think? You think he's gonna go ham tonight? You think he's gonna?
It's tough to say, man. I mean, his under/over point total is 32.5. That's a lot of points. I mean, yeah.
Is it?
32.5 is a ton of points. But it is the playoffs, and it's my boy, and you know how he plays in the playoffs here, right? Because there's just no answer for him. That is the highest I've ever seen it for him in the history of point totals for LeBron James. 32.5 is a lot of points. They're the bookmakers are right on the money here, thinking that they have just no answer for him whatsoever. It's a lot of points.
It is.
32. That's you don't even see Curry at that. You don't see Kate Dizzle at that. You don't see. I mean, never. So I don't know, guys. That seems like an awfully lot.
It does seem like a lot. I can't do it though.
Well, you do. No, don't take. Yeah, don't take the over.
No, I'm saying I can't do the over or the under. I can't do it because I could see him possibly getting to 32, and then I could see him. You know what? If he was shooting threes like he used to, because he shut down his 3-point game a lot.
Nah, he's still been hitting them here and there.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, I don't. He doesn't take as many as he has in past years. That's the one thing I've noticed out of him that has really diminished over the years is his 3-point shooting. And to me, that's the one element that has removed from his game. If he was taking more of those, I might be inclined to give it a shot, but I can't.
Well, this year he's got more 3-point shooters than ever before.
Sure.
So I mean, why even try it at this point?
The ball's in your hand.
Irvin's telling me that no two finals teams have ever been undefeated in the playoffs. Heard it on the radio today.
All right.
So there you go. So we're trying to make history here, and I don't know. I don't think that the Spurs get swept. I really don't. I think they're going to catch one of the games in San Antonio, and they're going to be an underdog. They're a 6-point underdog. Look what they did to Houston in the last game without Leonard.
I don't have.
Okay.
Because Houston only got one score.
You're gonna catch Steph cold, shooting 0 for 13 from the field or something.
Clay will be hot.
Clay,
It's just no. I don't unless they get Leonard back. I don't see it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. There's 2 games left there if it's a sweep. So
I think the Spurs are getting swept.
Yeah, that was our daily Golden State versus Cleveland conversation that we've been having. So, what else you got up your sleeve, kid?
That's it, man. I guess it's time to get up out of here. I mean, we covered what we covered. You didn't have a lot of baseball tonight.
Nah, not too much.
Get back tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely, and we got a full slate of baseball all weekend long. So,
I can't wait.
Yeah, just for you, player. Just for you. Looking forward to it, man. I love the baseball.
Let's get up out of this piece, gang. We are gonna sign off a little bit early. I know we've done it a little bit early before, but I mean the information is what it is, and it is Friday night. So I'm sure Hat's got some stuff to do, and I definitely got some things to get into myself. But as a recap, we both like the Cleveland Cavaliers. I happen to like the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. What might be a smarter play this evening, as far as I'm concerned, maybe the under in the Pittsburgh Penguin Ottawa game. I might would parlay the Cleveland Cavaliers with the Pittsburgh Penguin under 5, right up to 5.5, under 5.5. Murray's going in goal, so you're going to get a better goalie. Maybe a fresher goalie, I shouldn't say better. Fresher goalie in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs to win the game. Pittsburgh hasn't been scoring a whole hell of a lot of points anyway. So I think under 5 will work. You might see like a 2-1 game tonight with Pittsburgh emerging. So under 5, Cleveland Cavaliers moneyline parlay is my suggestion for tonight. You know we're not handicappers, just talking about some things that we might get down with. I'm the dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, but you cannot get this time back.
Milwaukee Brewers and Chicago Cubs are playing, and the Brewers are now up 6-3, have no outs, runners at first and second, looking to add more runs. Dream, the Cubs are not repeating this year. You heard it. You heard it here. So all those future players that are out there where they pay nothing, don't bother. I'm telling you, they're not repeating this year. As many runs as they can score at any time, the pitching's just not as dominant as it used to be. And you know what? I mean, unless they go on a major tear, I'm completely sold that they are not repeating, guys. So that's that. All right. So, guys, listen, we're out of here. It's Friday. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you enjoy this weather. I hope you enjoy some rooftops, some patios, some cigars, some alcohol. Just be careful out there and do whatever it is you got to do whatever it is you want to do and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.